conditions between dirt and tarmac.
We're lining up with the first of our heats, but Alyssa is down there with the fastest man here in practice and qualifying, Brian Deegan. Sverre Isaksson, as we are getting ready for the first of our heats here at Rallycross. Irwindale Motor Speedway getting ready for this. It's going to be an interesting thrash down to the first corner. It's a long way through turn one before it then starts to get tighter. We're racing here at X Games with the Rallycross. On the inside line is Sverre Isaksson. On the inside line, that Subaru is getting very sideways, but he holds the line.
Very interesting lane choice from Brian Deegan there. He had the choice there. He could have taken the inside. Oh, and there's a crash already in that turn where it narrows in.
Isaksson just about gets away with it. Arpin then in second place. Brian Deegan trying to ditch hook and then some. Dave Mirra, he's in fourth position at the moment. The top two will progress. Oh, they go off immediately. It's so wet. They've watered the course. But of course, these guys, they haven't done a warming up lap. The last time they went out was before they watered the course to try and keep the dust down. Oh, that's cruel, cruel luck for those guys. Isaksson leads.
Very tough when the course changes every lap, and it will here. We have dust, we have mud, and we have dirt. Very tough. And in that corner, we saw a clash between Arpin and Deegan, and it looks like Deegan may have to take a penalty for that.
He's already taken it, Jen, whilst we were looking at the leader. Brian Deegan, he's in third now behind Dave Mirra. Deegan has taken the penalty, and there is a red flag being thrown because Steve Arpin's car is stranded in the middle of the racetrack. We're going to have a new race when we return. There is Arpin's car. Oh, well, you can see how dark the dirt is there, Jen, and that's because of the water. And other places around this racetrack, you can see that the dirt is a much lighter color where it's dusty. This is how it unfurled.
Watch here for aggressive driving. It's something that drivers were all warned about early in the drivers' meeting today. Arpin went in there, cut right in front of Deegan. Very tough call, but definitely Arpin had nowhere to go but the wall.
But Steve, I mean, he went in there, he turned the wheel, there was no response because it's so slippery. He tried to handbrake it and it just wouldn't go round. We're riding on board here with Brian Deegan. Arpin cuts across the front of Deegan. There's a solid wall of rock rolling over the roof of Deegan's car. The two Subarus of Isaksson and Mirra under starters orders. The top two will automatically progress to the final. And now we're racing again. Look at the start from Isaksson. Oh, they get squeezed. The two Subarus make a Ford Fiesta sandwich.
Yeah, those two cars just came together and there was nowhere for Deegan to get a nose in. He's still going to try. Unusual starting position for him. He by rights had first choice as the #1 qualifier, and he chose to start somewhere other than the #1 inside starting position. Might not have been the best move for him, but he does have more power than either of these two Subarus, and there are passing opportunities on this course.
And Dave Mirra is certainly going to have a go at this one. So again, Isaksson, he takes the Joker lap, the shorter route. First time of asking. Dave Mirra's really on the pace. He's really got that Subaru flying. He was right up on the tail of Brian Deegan's Ford there, but as the stagger unravels, Isaksson, he's got a nice clear lead of some 1 3/4 seconds at the moment. The Norwegian former European rally champion, ultra lightning starter, really got the pace. I have to say, Jen, that Deegan, who has not taken the Joker, is very much in touch.
He is. Deegan's a great racer. When he feels like he's disadvantaged somehow, he really just pulls out all the stops and is able to get ahead. He's going to try and reel in Isaksson here, and then he'll go for the Joker and see if he comes out in front. The shortcut lap, just a little bit shorter, should give him a car length. So we'll see him stay on the main lap as long as he can, get as close to Isaksson as he can before it becomes uncomfortable, and then dive in.
Great turn one that we've got here at Irwindale. Really loads up the rear right of the car around the 180-degree left-hander, then another tighter 180 left that brings them onto this dirt. A lot of stones here, and then as you can see the difference in the colour between the two dirt surfaces onto the sort of more rusty coloured dirt. That can be very slippery, as we saw in the first heat that was red flagged and indeed cancelled. But then there's a real blue groove through this final corner, a great flip-flop to the right, then to the left, that brings them back onto the home straight. I love that final corner.
That final corner is very, very tricky, actually, because it's pretty slick with the transition between the dirt and the tarmac. First and second place are going to advance here, so you know what? Maybe Deegan will just play it cool and stay behind Isaacson and use this as some practice. If he can keep it clean, that's all he really needs to do to stay ahead of Dave. Dave Merritt is lagging here.
Yeah, very good good thought there. And indeed, Dave Mirra off camera has actually spun at the hairpin that takes them just towards the dirt. So these two leaders are away with it. I think he's got a puncture. Doesn't look like there's any rubber on that rear right rim at all. And no, Dave Mirra is going to be in real trouble. It looks pretty low. So then, as we are on lap 5 of 6 here, it's plain sailing for Isaacson and Deegan. They've got a clear run through to the final.
They have a clear run through to the final as long as they don't encounter lap traffic. It's going to be difficult for them to get around Dave, who is taking up a lot of room on the course now with his flat. Every time he goes around a turn, he is about twice as wide as he normally is.
Yeah, but they've got the spotter now. Here is Deegan taking his joker lap. That's the shortcut, as they've now got one more lap to go in front of this full house that we've got here at X Games Los Angeles for the Rallycross. Brilliant bit of ditch hooking, that's what they call it, when you hook the inside front well off the tarmac surface into the ditch if we were rallying on a regular course. But Deegan is not giving up, Jen. He's not listening to you.
No, he's driving hard and he's braking late. We're seeing smoke come off his wheels as he locks them up. That's not what he needs to be doing right now. He will advance if he finishes in the number 2 position.
Okay, then last couple of corners to go. Isaacson's got this one in the bag. As Sverre Isaksson crosses the line to win the first heat. Brian Deegan, fastest qualifier. He finishes second in this first heat, so they automatically progress to the Rallycross final that we will see here later this afternoon. Deegan, if ever there's a Deegan look, that is